One of the most iconic voices in film history has passed away. Here's how James Earl Jones really felt about playing the sci-fi icon Darth Vader. The central villain of George Lucas's 1977 sci-fi flick Star Wars is a stern, steel-eyed military general named Grand Moff Tarkin. He is in command of a moon-sized structure called the Death Star, which can destroy entire planets with a single powerful laser blast. Like all the employees who work for the evil Empire, Tarkin is miserably unhappy. One might note that no Empire employees in any of the Star Wars films smile, laugh, or appear to enjoy their jobs. Joy is not in Tarkin's vocabulary. Tarkin is a fine character, and Peter Cushing is an excellent actor. But as a character, he was massively upstaged by his mysterious lieutenant, an evil mask-wearing semi-robotic warlock named Darth Vader. Because Darth Vader left such an impact on audiences, the many Star Wars sequels and prequels were reworked to highlight him. Darth Vader was played on set by David Prowse, a 6'6" bodybuilder from Bristol, England. In post-production, however, George Lucas hired American actor James Earl Jones, armed with a velvety, unforgettable voice to provide Darth Vader's lines. Prowse has claimed he didn't know that his voice would be dubbed. Jones, meanwhile, was happy to provide his voice for Darth Vader, but saw his contribution as more technical than creative. Indeed, Jones didn't even consider his voice acting to be acting. In his 1993 autobiography, James Earl Jones, Voices and Silences, Jones tells a story that he has likely told many times over about how he got the role and his approach to his performance. In his autobiography, Jones wrote that it was fun playing Darth Vader.
So he called around. I think he thought of Orson Welles first, and then realized that he might be too recognizable.
When pressed further, Jones recalled that playing Darth Vader was little more than a paycheck for him. He just needed a quick buck, and this George Lucas fella had a little extra scratch to distribute. It was a casual, quick job, and even Lucas seemed to think so, Jones said. After he put the film together, George Lucas decided that he wanted a voice in the bass register. I don't think that David Prowse is a bass. David also has a slight Scottish accent, so George began to look for someone to do a voiceover. I understand that George did contact several actors to read for the voice of Darth Vader before he contacted me. I was out of work, and he said, "Do you want a day's work?" And I said, "Sure." Jones returned time and time again to play Darth Vader, a role he voiced in 6 Star Wars movies, along with video games, talking Hallmark ornaments, and other ancillary merch. He eventually came to love playing the character, saying of the movies, they were all a joy. And it seems a really easy way to make a lot of money.
I am your father.
But when it came to creating a character, Jones gave all the credit to Prowse. For one, Prowse had to wear the mask and suit and provide all of the character's body language, something Jones would not have wanted to do. Prowse made the character physically intimidating, even while the actor's face was obscured. Jones felt he was merely there to sweeten another actor's performance, the same way a sound mixer might have been used to distort an actor's voice. Jones said, "David Prowse worked very hard to create the character Darth Vader. He is Vader. I just consider myself to be special effects. That's how I approached it. I just sat there and had all the fun of playing my voice like an instrument." Jones was an EGOT, having won a Lifetime Achievement Academy Award in 2011, 3 Tonys in 1969, 1987, and 2017, 2 Emmys in 1991, and a Grammy in 1977 for a spoken word album. He was one of the most cherished actors in Hollywood and has been celebrated throughout his decades-long career. He had a theater on Broadway named after him, a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, and an honorary doctorate of arts from Harvard. Even if he had never appeared in Star Wars, he would still be one of the most notable actors of his generation.